Kris, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes just to talk a little bit more about your journey with video. So do you want to just introduce yourself first about who you are and what your business does?
So I am Kris Bridges. I'm the owner of Bridges Properties. We are an estate agency based in West Lothian. So yeah, pretty much sell houses for anyone that's want to put their home on the market.
Amazing. And so video has played like a huge role within your business right from the start. So it would just be really interesting to understand from your perspective, like how has that influenced the growth of your business? So
massively, to be honest with you. Like, I really probably couldn't put in words how massive video's been in the just from day one right up to today, the kind of impact that it's had on the growth of our business it's the number one reason. I say this to everybody, it's the number one reason we've done so well in such a short space of time. So like right at the beginning, I had to try and nobody knew that I sold houses, and I had to get everybody to know basically. And I thought, like, what's the quickest way I can do that? And it was video won hands down at that point, so I could get my name out there, people recognised me, knew what I was doing. Which would have, if I went down another route of say sending letters or any of the other more kind of typical ways of going out and try and get business, it would have cost a lot more time, a lot more money. Whereas straight away you can go on social media. Some videos can get thousands of views straight away, so it was just an absolute no-brainer for me to really, especially when it started to kind of take off and work a bit, and I seen the results starting to happen. To then start to really heavily invest in that in the business is again just made total sense to me.
So to start, what did video look like? It was just you and your phone, right?
Aye, so like literally just me and my phone doing really poor videos, to be honest with you. So I would just kind of sit. I think I invested in like one of the selfie sticks that just like sits on the table for you, and I kind of wasn't sure whether to go and write a script or no write a script, and then I would just, it was dead uncomfortable, I was sweating, I was slurring my words, I was just not doing it very well. And then I would get to a point that it would take me like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to even just do one minute video, if you know what I mean. And then I would have to like edit it myself and everything. So it would take me like all day to put out one video, which was a great use of my time. But I mean, I didn't have that much business on at that point anyway, so it was fine. But so I just like, that was the way that it started, and I knew it wasn't perfect, and I knew the fear was like unbelievable. The fear of kind of putting myself out there in front of the kind of world, and I sound like this, or whatever, my tie's no straight, whatever it is, do you know what I mean, that I would notice after I'd spent all this time in the video. I was like, it doesn't matter, it's not perfect, but it's going out there. And I feel like I'm so glad that I did push myself out of my comfort zone at that point, because then it just means that like you need to be really crap at something before you get good at something. That's what I always say. So like just embrace it, and that's what I've done. But it was just like me, that you'll see if you were to go back on the very first videos that I'd done, it was like just me in my living room. It was during COVID as well, so it's like me in my living room, me in my dining room table. Then it was venturing out to properties and stuff like that as well.
Amazing. And so what stage was it that you decided, hang on a sec, I should actually bring someone in to do this for you?
I think just when we wanted to kind of level up. So when I first started doing video, like no estate agents in this area done any sort of video, or very rarely had they done any sort of video, and I was the first consistent one to do it, which had an effect to start with. And then, I wanted to level up the professionalism with the videos and really try and separate myself that way. And me in front of my own camera trying to edit myself wasn't producing the best quality basically. And also time, I had to do everything else as you do when you start the business. I had to go out and do all my viewings, all the valuations, answer the phones, do the invoicing, speak to my clients, absolutely everything. And I had to think about the different things that I could start to bring people in to do, and sort of leveling up in video made a lot of sense to me at that point, and I'm glad I did, to be honest.
Yeah. And so from there, it kind of went from just shooting on your phone to then, we had a conversation and said, okay, how can we go about, producing some content? So what was sort of like the reaction in terms of people watching online? Like what did you notice in terms of like engagement and things like that as video became more prominent across all your socials?
Oh, it was massive. So I think people started to see that we were leveling up, instead of as I say, a poorly shot video just on my phone. There was a really detailed video going out. It looked the part because it was filmed professionally. And I could plan ahead a bit with scripts and stuff like that as well. So there was a lot more kind of quality videos going out as well. And it's just like, it's hard to put a handle on, but the amount of people that, recognise me through those videos that I've never met before in my life. The people that, what the biggest thing that really showed me that it was working, which is, it's really hard to put a handle on just how much it is working, but one of the things that really built confidence in that video was really working was when I would go into appointments and people would speak to me like they knew me because they'd watched so many of my videos, and they would already answer their own questions because they had heard me speak about it in video, and I was like, wow, this is really working. So it's great that loads of people are noticing you and everything like that, but for it to actually have an impact in someone who's like thinking of selling their property, I go out and like a lot of the job was already done. They were already sold on me. They knew my personality. They knew about our process and everything like that. It made it, to simplify, it just made it so much easier to win their business because the ice was broken. Not on all occasions, but on quite a lot of occasions that would happen. I've had people, I was going to Las Vegas about a month ago and I was handing over my passport at Edinburgh Airport, and she read my name and handed me it back, and then she recognised me straight away and was like, oh, Kris, you're the estate agency guy, aren't you? And I was like, I am. And I was a bit embarrassed, but my mates that were with me couldn't believe that she had noticed me. They were like, what, that's unbelievable, and everything like that. So it just shows you how far it goes, and she knew me as the estate agency guy because I've invested so heavily in video. And the crazy thing is me personally, I've not put that many videos out this year. I now invest all in the team to build their personal brands up and everything like that. But that shows you how much of an impact that's had. And I could tell you loads of scenarios like that. By the way, I had one in a toy shop as well at Christmas time, but it happens to me loads.
So what would you say to someone who says, it's just difficult to measure the impact? I can put money on Facebook ads and I can track things, but video just feels like, just a bit of a gamble. I don't know what I'm getting back. What would be your response to someone that said that? It
was a tough one for me at the time. I can remember saying that as well, because it's like, fire your money into Google Ads, you get a cost per lead and everything like that, and it's like tangible in it. You can kind of feel what the outcome is of spending that money. I'm just so such a big fan of video. I just see the impact it's had in our business, and it's the one thing that I've done consistently well. I always say to people in the business or anyone that's starting a new business or anything like pick one thing and just do it really, really well. And to start with anyway, just and do it consistently well. And for me, that thing was video, and it just made so much sense, to reach so many people, but to also, answer a lot of fears and a lot of questions and a lot of just build this personal brand or build the business brand. I don't know what that means in terms of you put a video out there and then you get 3 leads or anything like that. It's not really how it works, but I just know that it's helped me getting so many more leads. If for example, if we put, if someone puts a lead into our business, 8 or 9 times out of 10, we'll ask them where they hear about us, and 8 or 9 times out of 10, they'll put social media. And it's like videos everywhere on our social media, so you could maybe start to run some numbers on that. But for me, I just in general know through the conversations, many conversations that we've had, is that everyone knows us through watching our social media videos and the growth that the company's had over the last kind of 4 years. It's the one thing that we've done consistently well, and I see that the outcome of that is that we're a better business for it.
Amazing. And final selfish question. What's it been like working with YouMore?
Amazing. I'm not going to say any different when you're standing across from me, but I've recommended you to so many people, to be honest. It was when we released, getting YouMore on board was when we really started to level up with video, and it just kind of, it sort of, the quality obviously increases overnight. It's really professional and everything like that. The team, that if it's yourself or any of the team that come out are great. and it just really makes sure that we are consistently doing high quality videos, and it's just really fun, to be honest, as well. Like, we have a lot of fun doing it. It's great to come up with loads of great ideas, and we are a better business through using YouMore. There's so many aspects to that, but I think it's just like, I say to anyone, if you're going to choose video as being your thing, and you're going to really go at it, then get the professionals in and do it, and do that really well. Invest that time, invest that money, and going through someone like yourselves has just been it's been an absolute game changer for us, and it's something that I'm just really glad that I got in touch with you, to be honest with you. And that relationship, even with yourself since then, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was, has grown, and you've helped me in kind of other areas through other things that you do as well. So that first kind of email or whatever it was that I'd sent to YouMore is now transpired into a lot more, and yeah, I would highly recommend you to anybody.
Kris, we love working with you. You've got a great team, you've got a great business, and you've built a really cool thing here. So thank you.
Thank you very much.